Meanwhile,
at the Hall of Justice.
so yeah, there's a report of a police officer being found with his neck snapped, hands above his head. Kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
Looks like suicide.
Most likely suicide.
Yeah, most likely suicide. His neck was broken, his hands cut off. Man, that's a hard case of suicide.
That is a hard case of suicide.
Hard case.
There's even 2 bullets in the back of his skull. Suicide.
And someone carved, and it looks like he carved a note into his chest that says, "This is only the beginning." That's weird for a suicide.
No, he's very enthusiastic about the Mummy movie.
Okay.
He shot himself 4 times in the back of the head.
Let me just pause the 80s music. Alright. And police station ambience. Yeah, this works fine. I'll post it in the jukebox, but just imagine this is what Arsene would be listening to. It is just essentially some ambience of like the police station. So you'll hear people walking around, you'll hear like the sirens go off a few times, which makes sense, the environment that you're in. Alright. Arsene, do you want to remind us where you were to begin with?
Right, so.
Oh, how we led up to all of it too.
Sure, let's start from the near beginning. So I'm not going to recount the whole thing. Arsene, in his attempt to scout, didn't really pan out.
No. What, scout what? Come on, you gotta tell us, like, what's your objective? We don't... You're a come on.
Okay, fine. Arsene was given a job by the Baron, who also walks as the voice of Queen Bravia. They want Arsene to steal an artifact from a lot that's north of East Bay, an unmarked district area. Arsene is tasked to steal the artifact, which is most likely the Cinderellas. So, he went down to scout out the area. He found the area, scouted out a bit, only to be ambushed by an animal user and an unknown sniper. Returning back to Caribbean and looking his own ruins, he figured that he needs now a group of mercenaries to act as his, help him out. So he went to, the Royal, the Dollar Bills all hang out. Talked to a man named Tommy. And Tommy and him both got a deal. Arsene was to break into the police station here in the Gambino district, to liberate See Through You, a legendary artifact.
No. Rewrite that note. Private Eye.
Private Eye. The legendary relic known as Private Eye. For exchange, he would get Bad Moon Rising for free out of this contract. So Arsene went, disguised himself as a very pretty woman.
I'm a very pretty girl.
Seduced the only male police officer of the area at the time. Took him to the bathroom, pulled some information out of him, and practiced, broke his neck. Now Arsene is now in the basement of the evidence.
He assumed the appearance of the recently deceased police officer. Make his way down to he's making his way down to the basement and going towards where he was told that the artifacts are in storage, which is in evidence lockers. The scene picks up.
You're still on Monster Hunter Rise.
We'll fix it. We'll fix half food.
I wonder if I can fix it.
You probably could. Excuse me. But I updated it.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. So, Arsene, disguised as the recently deceased police officer, you're on the elevator going down to the basement. When you arrive, similarly to what you've seen before, like as I described before to you, this whole area is kind of gated up. You can see everything, and you can see that there's a myriad of aisles made by these large metal dividers that, much like a shopping aisle, except you can, each of the items can be seen on each side of the aisle. And there's a lot of brown boxes almost everywhere. The light in this room is rather dim, so it's hard for Arsene to make anything clear. And the only large amount of light source comes from the opening entrance, where there's a booth and there's a man sitting in the booth. He seems to be more occupied in what he's reading, and there's like a two-way divider glass with a mouth, like that stereotypical metal mouthpiece to amplify his voice, but it doesn't really work.
You mean a megaphone?
Yeah, no, well,
or like a bullhorn?
Not like a bull. In New York, they have these metro booths for the operators to sit behind. They're not they actually are microphones, but more times out of 10, the person behind doesn't even use it. They just talk at you through it. New York's a wonderful place. It's a weird, but that's essentially what's going on here. It's this weird metal piece. It's not really a microphone. But yeah, Arsene, what do you want to do?
Arsene will walk over to the booth and, tap on it.
He looks up. Humphrey, what the hell you do down here, man?
Oh, I was told to relieve you of duty.
He looks really confused. Humphrey, you okay, man? You don't work down here.
Look, I know I don't walk down here, but the boss just suddenly told me I need to start doing some time down here. You want to bring it up with someone, bring it up with him.
I could call him. He looks like... Sorry. Hold on. You know I could call him, right? Can you hear... Do you understand what I said?
Yeah, I can hear what you said.
No, did you understand what I said previously? Can you understand me?
No, I can't. You gotta speak up louder.
Can you understand me?
No, sir, I don't know why anyone would work public service.
No, I'm asking as a serious question, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Great. I'm doing that for effect. Great. Humphrey!
Look, I can't.
Humphrey, you don't work down here, man. What the hell are you doing here?
Look! Yeah, I know I don't walk down here, but I think something's going wrong. Something's wrong upstairs. Some shit's going on.
Roll a charisma check, Mr. J. Arsene. You have to pass a 9.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking junction this shit. Look, man, I don't know what to say to you.
You can't even make a plausible excuse. Come on. There's a sexual harassment, there's a sexual harassment course that you need to go to. Mary upstairs is giving birth or some shit. Something. Anything, Danny.
Give me a second.
Listen, man, my dog left the oven on.
18.
There's donuts in the break room.
So Arsene slams himself a bit on the booth. Look, I don't want to alarm you, but there may in fact be a or many boogeymen upstairs.
Did you say boogeyman? Oh crap. Okay, look, give me a second. Let me get out the booth. He walks over to the side door of the booth, opens it up, walks out. You realize this man has kind of like the donut hairstyle where he's got nothing in the middle and just all that hair in the back of his head. He's kind of like hunching his back over a bit, and he's wearing a police uniform.
Yeah, I think, when I say boogeyman, I think of gang, I think some gang kids up in the station. I couldn't stop them.
Oh, shit. Come
Yeah.
on, Humphrey, let's go upstairs then.
Yeah, right behind you. Points the gun straight to his head. But when he turns around, right behind you. When he turns his back to Arsene, takes the gun, open fire.
What gun?
Well, I said Arsene took the pistol from the original Humphrey's body and put it on himself
Okay.
in the last session.
Yeah. I wouldn't even have you roll. The man's the booker the police officer is completely caught off guard as you draw your pistol and immediately execute him. He only managed to get up to the doorknob before going. So what exact? A bullet rings through the basement. His body slumps over to the front of the door.
Arsene snaps his fingers, causes his body to be swamped with a box. So the box is now tucked at the door.
You can't do that.
Oh.
The reason why is there's not enough space for Arsene to reappear. You'd bisect yourself.
I meant his body, not Arsene's body. Arsene wanted to get his body away from the door, so he's just using his anima to swap positions
Oh,
with a box.
Jesus Christ! Okay, yeah. So and because you're not looking over there, you don't know the effect. You just snap your fingers, and the body is now gone, and there's a box instead, just there, menacingly, on top of the pool of blood.
Arsene looks over to Will. It's teleported, so he can get the keys.
You realize that the police officer was too tall and got bisected by the shelving.
Note to self. Put accountability for... He kind of rubs his neck. Height difference. Close space. Quickly ramses through the body to find the keys.
Danny, no. He's on the other side of the door.
Oh.
Yeah, you teleported. You teleported him to the other side. Also spend your AP for using your anima powers.
Yeah, hang on. Go to the booth to see if there's a way to open the door from his side.
No, you can't open the booth on your end. You are locked on the other side. You are locked on the left side. Everything's on the right side. You just teleported the police officer you killed that was on the left side to the right side. The only thing Arsene is stealing is lives, like Cry. You heard me, Danny?
Yeah, I heard you. So he's on the other side and I can't reach him.
Yes. You can still use your anima powers as you've been.
Arsene looks at the body. I'm just going to take his lower half, because it's likely where the keys are. And does it again.
Okay, spend another AP. What are you swapping objects with, though?
Is there a box next to Arsene?
I mean, this is the box you teleported, yes.
Okay, other than that, what else is around him?
Hold on. No, there isn't much here other than there's a chair. There's a few chairs just for like sitting and like waiting for the receptionist.
Yeah, so swamp with the chair.
No, the chair's on the left side.
Okay, so there's nothing on the right side, and I guess he's just gonna teleport the box back over.
Okay, no. You're okay. You are. How do you get this confused? How do you confuse me so fast with this, Danny? Take a second to think where you are. You are on the left side with everything where it's not. The chairs waiting for the receptionist are on the left side, based on context clues. Do you want me to swap the lower torso of the police officer with the chair?
So I can reach the...
Yes. So you can walk over and then physically interact with the lower half. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
The CVS keys.
Spend the AP, and as you snap your fingers, right where the chair was sitting is now a decapitated corpse that burst stands as if there's no gravity, and then a gravity takes effect, and it hunches over and then falls forward, leaving a nice meaty sound. And the upper torso, the upper organs start to spill from any of the wounds that it's currently experienced.
Arsene kneels down and searches for the keys.
Yep, it's on his waist.
What?
You find the key. You find a keychain. It's on his waist. You can pull it off easily.
You know, Wayward Son, it was so much easier back in the day. No honey, my pals. It's just you. A pail of lockpick tools. Now you add the new element in, and it feels like your whole world begins to go tipsy-toes.
Cold blood. Cold blood. It repeats twice.
Help me figure out which damn key I have to use. Don't just stand up being a smartass.
So this whole interaction took about 30 minutes for you. So now we're at the climax of that, like that time frame. So now it's 12:15 a.m. It is Tuesday morning now. You've been out for some time, Arsene, huh? It was late when you got here.
Arsene's just going to the keys to figure out which one opens the locker.
That's gonna take you around 30 minutes too.
Wow.
Otherwise, you can just go up to the thing and make an attempt. It'll be at a disadvantage, and if you fail, it'll still cost you 30 minutes.
Yeah, I am not going to. Look, if I use intelligence check, this, you know, it's gonna take me 30 minutes anyways.
Yeah, so you're just gonna try to figure out which keys work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to figure out which keys can open the front gate going into the evidence area.
Yes.
Yep, go ahead, roll the dice. Time turns to 12:45.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna have a fucking junction for this one.
Yep.
God. 6.
Oh, sorry. I was looking on stream like, I'm gonna see it from... Oh yeah, you rolled a 6. Ooh, that's stinky. No, you don't figure out the key. Just as your keys are fumbling around. So then, could you believe this? The ho-ODs while mid-blowing me off. Look, I don't want to talk about this right now with you. You hear voices coming up to the door.
Oh, fuck. It hurts.
Arsene, what do you want to do?
Hold on, I need to think. Don't give me that real-time bullshit where they're just gonna open the door and... Like,
Yeah, so as you're talking, you see it happening. No, I don't have the budget for that. We'll wait for you to have a reaction in this moment. Arsene, you have a chance to make your own choice here. But it would be hilarious if we were like a more budgeted game and you had 4 options and just like a Telltale if you didn't take it in time. That's it. But no, we're not that alive.
Standing there awkwardly.
No, we're all just idling, waiting for your choice.
Oh, okay, is there like any spot he can hide right now?
You could try to swap with an object inside the booth. The thing you can see through.
Yes, but when I did that, the body got eviscerated.
No. Into the booth. You put it through the fucking shelving. 2 different locations.
Oh. I got an idea. I saw this guy's body before all of it happened. Wait, shit, does he still look like himself?
The guy has a hole in the back of his head, and he's decapitated with his lower half on the floor at the left side, and his upper half on the upper shelving in the evidence room. It's eye level, the corpse.
My idea would be look like the guy immediately, and then start screaming that something happened. Can't explain it. That's why he got out of the room. And then
I'm
once
gonna
they
pause
see that
here.
this guy-
How many times have you told these fucking PCs
Okay,
something's
yeah, you know what?
happening? Stop being vague. They don't buy it. I don't know how many times you have to
Okay.
fail and just roll dice to succeed. Do you understand social interactions? We'll try
Someone
this.
got killed in front of me. I don't know how, but his top of his body is missing, and I'm freaking out and trying to figure it out. And that's how he would try to play it out. Other than that, I could just hide, wait for these guys to do something.
Second question, why would you choose the corpse? It's literally the same person. That just makes you more suspicious. You might as well look back like Humphrey. Oh, you need to see the target. That's the problem. And you dropped your disguise.
No, I'm still Humphrey. I never said I dropped the disguise.
Yeah, you did. You said
I
you...
didn't.
Yeah, I swear to God, after you shot the dude.
No. Arsene just picked up the leveled the gun and opened fire. Never said I dropped the disguise.
Okay.
Arsene still looks like Humphrey. So, God, I'm just gonna more debate is just hide.
Okay, so... What are we doing here? So what are we doing here?
Another one-man army. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna hide.
You are disguised as an officer. They don't know you did it. They...
Well, I mean, like, okay. I guess I'll just stand my ground and simply act really surprised and start telling, like, hey, I was talking to this guy about, because I wanted to have a conversation with someone because it was upstairs really boring, and I don't know, well, he fucking dinosaurs in front of me.
I think talking's out the question. How about you just draw your pistol and fire at the evidence locker area, and then claim it's some sort of anima or relic? It's pretty plausible in this town, you know.
None of us did it. It was all the animus.
See?
Gotcha. You know what? Tucks away the keys into his, pocket. Unload the entire clip of gun into the door.
Well, you just start letting loose at the
door.
not the door. I'm talking about like the evidence locker area in general. You're just shooting shelving in boxes, random at this point. As you do so, the first two shots they noticed, and the door gets swung open. You see two other officers take defensive stances with their hands under their defensive stances with their pistols in hand and pointed at you. Hey, freeze! What the hell, Humphrey?
Whoa! Take it easy! It's me, Humphrey!
What the hell's going on? Why are you discharging your weapon inside here?
There's an animal user here!
What?
He killed! He points over the body.
They look over and what the fuck happened here?
I told you. Me and him were having a conversation, and suddenly out of fucking nowhere, Joseph was missing!
What's it called?
Fucker must be right here still!
The officer, this is Officer Ryan calling in for backup. We have a man down. Repeat, officer down in the basement, right in evidence locker. Possible purpose is an anima user. Anything else, Humphrey?
The anima user's in the locker right now. We need to check it out ASAP.
You're right. We'll do a sweep, all three of us. Secure. Bring down the SWAT and a medic. God, we got a fucking terrible fucking... God, Jerry, he was only 3 months away from retirement.
Anima users, am I right? They need to pass that registration faster.
Fucking hang him high, that's what I say. He stands up, hang him high, that's what I say. You're damn right, Alan. Thank you, Brian.
Guy get...
Yeah,
Guys, got any more ammo on you?
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Discharges his pistol.
they only have one spare clip, but yeah, one guy offers it to you. Here. No, Alan offers you his. Here.
Thank you.
But he doesn't let go of it, though. Where was your spare clip, though? Did you already discharge?
Yeah. I just.
Okay, hold on. Gotta write a note down.
Wait.
No, you said it.
Okay. Are we ready?
He lets go of the clip. Yeah. No, yeah, we're ready to go.
Reloaded himself. Alright.
Take point, Humphrey. You know what the bastard looked like, so me and Alan.
Look like.
Huh?
The guy jumped at us.
Yeah,
Some
and
kind
you
of shadow, I don't know.
He had a peg leg and a beard.
and you were the only person that you were the only person I didn't. Humphrey, stop crying and get going. You're not like this, man.
Fucking. I'm
When did
sorry.
you grow a pair of balls? He slaps the back of your head. The fuck did you grow a pair of balls, Humphrey? Stop talking back.
Well,
He looks at you. Well, go. Come on. Go to the fucking evidence room, Humphrey.
the door's locked.
You have the keys.
Why is there no
Janet, he
option for
just-
shadow?
Well, so here's what happens, right? You guys go up to the door originally that you were supposed to open. You have the key ring that the officers can notice on you. Open it. The door.
Yeah, give me a second.
The
God.
intelligence check is a 9 at a disadvantage.
Yeah, these guys aren't anima users, so I'm just gonna pump that shit real quick. Two, intelligence and speed.
Yeah.
Intelligence, oh, god damn it, and
No, don't be like this.
At least you rolled it out now. This is I need to remember this moment for the story to be written. Well, when I write this, when I'm rewriting this as a recap, I need to get this down.
Austin just drops the keys.
No. Hold on. No. I got you. Okay. Arsene, as you're investigating the keys, you just have a sudden shock moment. You lose entire control of yourself and just drop the keys. In this distorted moment, you turn to look at the other two officers. And the contemplation of how easy it is for you just to summon, to use, what's it called? Wayward Son to... I'm trying to think here. To essentially, you don't have the power yet to displace an object somewhere else. But, you think of how easy it would be for you to use to swap the keychains in one of the officers' hands to do akimbo and kill both of them. The officers are talking to you, but you don't seem to notice. I need you to make an intelligence check to have that moment pass.
Do you know the junction?
No, you're not allowed a junction.
Gotcha. Come on, Arsene.
It's exactly as I said. Arsene, with dead eyes behind, like, Humphrey's face goes from, like, I don't know what I'm really doing here, to, I'm going to murder you. Even the officers have the moment of catching, like, oh shit, what's going... Before the officer on the left, being Brian, realizes that his handgun is missing from his hand, and it's the keychain instead. As he looks at the keychain, Arsene, you blow his head off. I need you to roll me an accuracy check. No, actually, this one's the surprise attack. It's the second shot on Officer Brian that you need to finish him. Roll for dexterity and a plus and a 1d10. The 1d10's for the quality of the pistol.
That's a 10, and D10. That's a 3.
13. That's just enough to be able to level your pistol, and let's see something real quick. If he manages to beat you in his roll for his dexterity and gun. Nope. So yeah, you managed to quick draw him and kill both officers. Kill Brian first, and then pull lever and kill what's it called? Brian and then Alan. I want you to add a new trait to your character sheet. Bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'll put it. Don't worry, I'll put it on. Bloodthirsty.
Yep. For killing.
You know that thing,
Hmm?
you know that thing that happens in what's this thing called? Darkest Dungeon.
What? Like walk me through it.
You know, like when you get 100 stress, you suddenly get afflicted.
Yes. There are only going to be more officers as the bloodlust finally simmers down and you regain control over your motor senses, Arsene. You're in a room now with 3 dead officers. An officer dead in the bathroom. Who knows when they'll be found?
Arsene turns and open file onto the locker door. So literally having no time to spend anymore at this point, he needs to get the fuck out.
You fire at the lock at the door, at the metal gated door, and blow through to walk into the area where all the aisles are with the boxes. Now you're at the evidence area. Here in the evidence area, there's like, not hundreds, but like, there are 6 aisles of shelving. You can go either through them all. There's also seems to be a far back room, a metal reinforced door, and a lock on it.
Sorry. You're saying, there's a metal door that's reinforced on the back, right?
Well, for you, when you open the cage door, it's just straight ahead for you. So it's the far back of this room, yes, but it's straight ahead for you. And then to the left and right are the aisles. So 3 aisles on the left and 3 aisles on the right.
Arsene makes no hesitation to stride all the way towards the back room.
You approach that there is a steel metal door. You can't see much through this, like, very small boxed whittled glass frame. You may even assume that it doesn't have any real purpose because you can't see through it. But you can see that there's like the wording on the above says authorized personnel only. Deep storage evidence.
Well, if it's what I need, that's what I need. Arsene drops a pistol. Wayward Son, fight mode, and swaps the pistol with the door.
I'm sorry. Huh, I never considered that you would have the ability to target the door. Huh.
All the players who didn't consider the door a target.
That's a fair point. So,
I am leaning forward very hard.
there's...
I mean, I did
so,
before a painting.
I'm sorry?
Whatever what I did to the ill-gotten gains painting, I swapped that out with something else. I figured it was just the same concept, except obviously the door is heavier than the pistol, so I went with extra AP to make sure this would work.
Yes, it's just that, you aren't strong enough to... Your anima and you aren't strong enough to physically pull that door off, even with your power swap. You still spend the 2 AP, though.
No, the 2 AP makes it that whatever strength Arsene has is doubled.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Mr. GM Arsene, so you pulled the door off, right? Is that how this works, or am I the GM?
You're the GM.
I'm the GM.
So, I'm sorry, did I not just say then that you don't have the strength for it?
Okay.
And you still spent the 2 AP?
Okay.
Alright.
If I can go through the keys again.
Alright. This time, instead, as you go for them, you notice that one of the keys stands out. That it simply has this green ornate sort of emerald thing attached to it. just so happens to also be the icon on the door, since I don't want you to have to roll anymore.
What's the goes through.
Alright. In here is a gray metal corridor. Leads up to another room. It's not, the door isn't locked itself, but when you open it and lead into it, it is a room that it's about the size of, it's about, I'd say 10 feet, 10 feet tall. It's got some shelf height. It got some height. The roof got some height. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, I'd say something 2 stories tall. And
2-story tall room.
something like akin to that, yeah. Because in this room, it's just a large box. But each of the walls are covered toe to toe with lock boxes.
Why can't they just make this? So there was a box, like a regular box, right there, sitting on a table.
No. There are. You know the mailbox that you go to you open your mail for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming. It's all around the walls.
Yes, every single inch.
Oh, only 7 left too.
Like a, I don't know, like a, what's this thing called? They usually keep a clipboard with the information of what's in these boxes nearby or something.
Yeah, like a record of storage, which makes sense. You spend about 15 minutes looking around, but you eventually find it stuffed in the wrong place. But you find a book that seems to denote some note of like what's been stored around where. It'll take you more time to find out exactly what. You begin to hear, "This is the police commissioner. The station is going on a lockdown due to an unknown assailant. Several officers are failing to report in."
Arsene did lock the door behind him when he entered this area, right?
You can rush back over and lock it.
Yeah, the big metal door that he was at.
The one that requires the key. Yeah, you can run back over and make sure it's locked.
Yeah, of course he's gonna do that.
It is locked.
Good. Rush back over to the other room, lock that door, and begin using this time to look for. God damn it! What the hell is it? Private eye.
Make an intelligence check. You made junction. You require to pass 11. It's gonna take you 15 minutes.
Oh. Of course. What was his name? Jerry? Fucking stupid ass Jerry for misplacing the damn thing. Now I don't feel so bad for killing him. That fuck. Speed and intelligence.
So, 19. Yeah, no. Within the 15 minutes, you're finally able to narrow it down. It's in Locker Kate. Walk in. Box. So, wall. A, B, C. Minor A, minor B. It is on wall minor B. So when you walk in, it's on your your right hand side, and you turn immediately to your right again when you face a wall. And up there, on one of the higher shelves, I'd say about a good 10 feet above where you can just normally jump and grab, it's right there. You can see the box.
I just use my money to swap positions with the box.
What's in the box? No, it's mounted in the wall, Danny.
Oh, okay. So now I need to go grab something that's fucking stupid rattles. What is a rattle?
Where's that fucking ladder? As you find the ladder, you hear another announcement ring. The SWAT team has been deployed. Rooms are being cleared out. Respond on radio if you are friendly. It's still a radio announcement.
Pulls the ladder over. God damn it.
You have it. You have the ladder. You make your way up. You make your way up the ladder.
Okay. There it is.
Yeah, you see that you find yourself in face to face with the lockbox.
Here's the master of unlocking for you.
Okay.
Yeah, just shoot the goddamn lock off. That's the master of unlocking for you.
The hindsight of these guys not equipping the lock safe with the better means than firearms. You realize, well, I mean, it's a fucking lock safe. You fire it once and you see it's ineffective. It withstands it. Firing it 2 or 3 more times is enough to deal enough damage that the door, the lock box hinge can't, like, not the lock box hinge, but like the lock's mechanism can't hold on with all the damage taken. I mean, hold on, I'm gonna Google that real quick. Can small arms even destroy a safe, a lockbox?
You can do that. Meanwhile, I have like the Metal Gear Solid alert sound in my head going off.
It depends on the lock. A master lock, 100%.
Fucking master locks. They're like the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Wait, isn't the Gambino district where these two are at? Hold on, let me see the map.
Of course you didn't.
So here's the issue. You can't shoot it out. You need a high-powered rifle. And, you ain't got shit for dick with your scrawny ass with no piece on your ass.
Okay, can I use Wayward Son to swap my pistol with the lock bolt I can clearly see?
It's mounted in itself. All you're gonna do is have a pistol stuck in the spot.
Yeah, but the lock bolt that keeps it locked would be in.
But then the pistol's components and everything that was there is replaced physically in that spot. You just have a jammed gun that can't be removed. Can you pull the gun out of the fucking spot where it once was?
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna take out my jewels case and use it as a makeshift lockpick to open the lock.
Denied.
Jumping for this one. Dexterity and speed.
Are you doing it?
Yes, I'm doing it.
I said no.
What do you know?
As in, it won't work for you. I said the last time you did it was the last time you did it. You're supposed to get your own lockpicking set.
Okay, Lawson takes out the keys.
Wrong key rings. It wouldn't open anything in there. But they would have keys in this room for the stuff that's in this room.
When Lance was when Austin was
Might
going
as well
to the
be.
room, did he notice
Huh?
the keys?
When you were looking in the room, you found a spot that might have been where some keys might have been stored, like a dresser, not dresser, with a small cubby area with a few spots where they store shit. That's a possibility.
Lie back down, rush over to the spot immediately.
About 10 minutes, and the sounds of heavy footsteps making themselves closer above you and all around you. You eventually find a series of keys, all connected to each other. They all
In one key ring.
Huh?
In one key ring.
No. They're all divided up to mark up A, B, C with their respective numbers, A minor and B minor. You just need to get the right key. Which wall was it?
B minor.
You find the B minor key as soon as you realize the pattern and make your way back up to the ladder. Open up the B minor lock. And inside, you find the legendary relic. It sits there on the metal surface, just lying on its back. It is a purple mirror handle frame. There's a red gem that sits in the center of an opaque purplish crystal that It basically surrounds this one red jewel. It's the size of a small hand mirror.
Wait, was it?
It's the size of a small hand mirror.
Oh. Puts that in his like coat pocket. Do I have enough time to get at least open with one more box?
Oh, you can open. You can. Yeah, you would like to. You have plenty of time, as much as you like, Arsene.
No, I clearly don't. I'm kidding. I am literally being. Arsene's gonna open one more. Whatever was inside, he doesn't care. He's just gonna yank it and put it in his pocket. Gotta make a goddamn return on something. And I swear to God, if it's the banana phone.
Banana phone. No, go ahead and make me a event 1d20 roll as you just flip through a couple of the B minor keys and then find a spot, punch it in, and then crank it open. There is no modifiers, just roll.
Well,
When you crank it open, an undefined, what's it called? An undefined rare relic is found as part of one of the evidences, part of the seventh diamond.
into his pocket. Quickly makes his way off the ladder. Wait, hold on. Before he leaves the ladder, you said this is like a two-story room. Is it like a window?
Nope. It's all underground too. You're in the basement.
I know that. Okay, fine. I was just checking to see if that was the case. Makes his way to the door. Puts his ear to the door. Do I hear anything?
Dexterity check.
Hang on. We just... Okay. God. Nervous.
Watching you.
Dexterity and speed.
I didn't say junction.
Oh, am I not allowed to?
You weren't going to, no. Just a 7. And that's just enough for you to be able to hear. So remember, there's that one small corridor before you actually get to the room you're in. You can hear only into the corridor ahead of you, and you don't hear anything in the corridor ahead of you.
So what Arsene's gonna do is slowly get out of that room, but he leaves the door purposely lightly ajar.
Okay.
And instead of making his way to, well, like, what's the evidence locker? Because he just goes, hey.
It's a straight corridor. Ahead of you is the locked door that you open with the green key. You are in the corridor. You walk down the hallway to the locked door you left previously. You are in one hallway. What do you want to do now?
Is there like another door down the opposite way?
I said you just left the door. You just left the other door that you left the room and you left the door ajar. You walked down this hallway to the door that's locked that you left locked previously. What do you want to do?
Shit, I was really hoping there was another door in this place I can use to get out, but if this is the only doorway out.
It leads you back to the evidence room with all the shelving.
Really fucking suspicious.
Yo, Arsene's mad sus.
There was a window in that fucking evidence locker I could have just used.
There was no window in the evidence locker.
Noted.
It's all
The only way
in
I
the
got-
basement.
Man. The only way I got in was through a fucking elevator.
Correct! But you can reasonably assume that because this is a fucking building established with some level of fire code regulation, they have to have a fire escape, including a staircase so people can leave in the terms of a fire. So there has to be a stairwell here somewhere.
Wait, hold on. Lawson takes a look up. Is there like a sprinkler system above him?
Not in the corridor you're in, no. You did not move from this room yet. You still are in the hallway with the locked door. You didn't tell me anything. There is no sprinkler system in the hallway.
Gotcha, thanks. Shit, what's up? Austin thinks back. Was there a fire escape door he saw prior to entering this place?
A fire escape door on your route here? No. Not that you saw or were paying attention to for.
Austin, you gotta really just start doing this from now on. Making a note of that. Okay. How the hell we have the SWAT team?
You do hear a commotion as 5 minutes pass with you just idling. You hear that the evidence room, with all the shelving, you hear a loud commotion going on and the muffling of voices.
What did the private eye do again?
You have to make an intelligence check to remember that.
Yeah, let me spend 5 minutes trying to figure that out.
No, it's not going to be 5 minutes.
Nine.
You vaguely remember it has the power to see the trueness in something.
So, not a good relic in this scenario. True. Puts it to his eye, takes the artifact, the relic out and tries to use it. What the hell does that mean, true?
When you take out Private Eye and place it to your right, when you place it to your left or right eye?
Right on.
When you place it up to your right eye, you're able to see like almost an X-ray sort of vision ahead of you, and you can see the wiring. You can see the door still ahead of you, but you can see through it. And in front of you, like in the very furthest of your distance, you can see 4 men in SWAT team, all armed, all guarded, like all swatted up with riot shields and gun and like small arms on them, proceeding slowly into the corridor, getting closer towards you. You can see their HP value, which is all 30. You can see their defense value, which has been modified up to 25.
Oh, thank God! This thing can give me. This thing is X-ray. This is perfect. Bloodlust begins to kick in as Arsene recalls vivisecting the previous guy with the show, and now he has a means to see them through the walls, to vivisect them all with said shells.
There are 4 SWAT members. You can spend the 4 AP for it. They are not within your range yet, though.
Well, then Arsene will waiting for that to happen.
Before
that happens, just as he can see them perfectly fine, right?
It's not like you see them a one-to-one. It's more like you can see their person, who they are. You cannot discern details, especially since you're looking through a door. You can't see their details. All you can see is just the vagueness of their character and who they are. You even see their names. You see their ages. You see their height, weight. You see all different attributes.
Man, very fun.
You even see some fun trivia. Like one of the guys on the front left likes mac and cheese. He unironically thinks it's the best side.
One of them also is a karaoke 3-time winner. That's because of.
Alright, Dungeon, I'm gonna have to kill you for that one.
So anyway, Arsene, what do you do now?
So Arsene decides to wait till all 4 of them get into his range and spend the 4 AP doing exactly what he mentioned earlier.
Okay. Just need to update my notes over here real quick. So what? 1 upstairs. 1 when you the booth. 1 in the booth. Then you kill the 2 that came to investigate. And now it's going to be the 4 SWAT members. Okay. So Arsene, you hold up Private Eye in your with your right hand, and you take a JoJo pose behind the door. And from the SWAT team members' angle, they all like making their way up to the door, but now they start seeing the menacing icon coming from it. Not sure what in the actual fuck is going on.
I was gonna say, do we like have not like a theater, not actually happen, but you see like Arsene with both his hands slowly opening the door, like Yoshikage Kira to the this kid.
Wow.
You
Talk
know
of
the bathroom scene?
the bathroom scene. I remember that. Yeah. No, so Arsene, you have a disadvantage as you don't have perfect line of sight. You have to roll to hit your attacks here.
Oh, fuck.
You roll at a disadvantage. Go ahead, spend your AP. Spend your AP.
I already spent the AP, so it's dexterity and speed. That's a 13. The fourth result is a 13. Second result.
Wait, why are you rolling so much? What the hell are you doing?
I thought I had to roll for each of the comps.
No. One at a time. I'm not following you. What the hell? Okay. You're targeting one cop at a time. Because as you target them, shit happens, you know. So, ignoring all the other dice you just threw, roll me your accuracy at a disadvantage on the first cop you're attacking.
Well, since I have perfect eye, do I see what the DC I need to pass?
Nope. It's been modified because you're looking through a closed door. But 15 is high enough. For one roll, you get to roll again. Because you have a disadvantage.
Yeah, I have to roll again.
Okay, that's good. That's it. So, 17. You managed to roll better in your second roll than you did your first one. So your 15 is enough. Yeah, you target the first officer on the right. Swap him with a box. Because that's the only height advantage you have right now. There goes from a simple breathing adult man to... he starts coughing and fighting to breathe, trying to stay alive. But the man's lower torso just got suddenly and violently changed, as in his place, the squad member who was walking up behind him now trips over a box.
Man, why did you trip this?
What? And they hear the gargle of their allies. They all turn to look over at him. When they all turn, you can activate your anima again. You don't have a disadvantage this time.
Oh. Okay. I was just gonna fucking open the door and start doing it from... But yeah, this is better, yeah. Come on, Arsene. Dexterity, speed.
Another
Okay.
officer from the front left, no, the back left now, because the group kind of turned Grimlock style, and you pick off the back left one, and you just swap it with the box. The guy, one of the SWAT members freaks out. Oh, they're trying to get the boxes, man! No, dude, the boxes, they're putting it on the fucking shelves! And the other guy points at the corpses on the shelf. At this moment, you can spend your AP again.
Give me a second. I have to hang this up real quick. Yeah, Arsene's just sweating bullets at this point. If he misses once, this is all football. Okay. Let's do this. Come on, Arsene. That's a 7. That's a 9.
There's only one officer left as he screams. Hold on. He makes an intelligence check. And he fails to keep his mental resolve as he breaks into a panic, pulling out his automatic and firing randomly into the room with little to no change to what's going to happen next to him. Arsene, you can use your AP again. As the man panics in the room, blowing bullets into an invisible target, screaming and crying that he doesn't want to be turned into a marketable box.
They turned my boy into a box. I hope Kate saw that.
I don't know,
I
man.
did. I'm just a bit distracted.
It's fine, dude. They turned my boy into a box, and it just has a hat on top
Hat
of
on
it.
it, yo. Oh god, I love it.
Yeah, but too bad this version is it's a lot more bloodier. I got
So I'm
box.
gonna.
I got box all over my fucking basement.
One more time. Come on, Arsene, you're rolling strong.
That hits, as now the room is quiet. And where once were 4 are now boxes.
Opens the door. And starts to walk out. Okay. 5 guys down.
4.
Looks do. Yeah, 4 guys down. Looks to the mirror. This thing. Well, the rest of them.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I think that's a break.
So Arsene is in the evidence room now. And he takes
The shelving, yes.
eye again, and starts looking around to see where he can find the other officers.
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
You may junction if you like.
I'm down to 5 AP. I am not junctioning. That's a natural 12.
Wow, fucking lucky you. Literally, you needed that as your result. Anything else would have been a failure. I mean, I can't begin to describe to you how fucking lucky of an odd that was for you at this very fucking moment. See, this jazzy noir music can't be played for you. You fucking killed everyone in this encounter. Anyway, with Private Eye, the immediate burden and strain of all that fucking information at once. Everything from the names of each officer that you're looking at, the date of expiration for food inside bridges that you're looking through at each floor. Looking up was a catastrophic idea and nearly blinded you with all that information. Thankfully, though, turning your eyes away and giving yourself a moment to breathe and to move the lens down and away from more objects, you realize that it is not a smart move to point it at a lot of different a lot of things with a lot of different chances for information. It needs to be a sort of one thing at a time sort of deal. Because again, remember, you could see the officers, but you couldn't see everything of them. But as soon as you could have, there'd have been a lot more. And when you're looking through so many different floors, yeah.
So, with this in mind, Arsene slowly puts away Private Eye, like, okay, not again, that. Well, hang on. When he had Private Eye out, when he was looking through the room before he entered, killing the officers, did he happen by chance to find anything in the boxes? Because, you know, they've already scanned for him.
No, they weren't pre-scans, and no, you didn't see them because, aforementioned, you were in a locked room, and you didn't have line of sight. You just knew there were boxes in there.
Okay.
You could take out Private Eye and look through the boxes if you like.
Arsene's looking for something to restore his AP right now, so he's just gonna use his left eye. Because his right eye is a bit in pain.
Sure, dexterity check, you'll need to pass a 12, as this is an evidence locker with very little means to carry around anima regeneration abilities.
Well, you tried.
I would have even settled for an 11, to be fair, but yeah, no. You spend 15 minutes investigating, looking through most of the boxes, finding junk, essentially, that you can refill your shit with. Well, no, it's not junk, but, like, it's evidence, you know, like knives and boots and maybe the occasional fingerprints here and there. It's a lot of, like, empty shells and whatnot, shellings. And a quick reminder, these are all evidence.
Right, I should get the fuck out of here then. Arsene begins to make his way towards where he got out, entered here from.
The elevator. The angle that
Is
you're
there
looking at
anything
the angle that you're looking at the elevator, you can see that there's conveniently a fire escape to the left of it.
They're going to be allotted because the fire escape access just got allotted.
It's not fire escape, but it's like the stairwell.
Oh, okay.
As you push, before you push it, you read the sign that says, "If pushed, the alarm goes off."
Wait, hold on. I want to. You know, like mid-action, you want to stop yourself, but you can't because you're already committed to it.
You walk into it, but you don't see a. You
Wait,
don't
hold
see,
on a minute.
Hmm?
Continue.
You push the bar, but you don't hear an alarm go off. Must be a dud. You reached.
Slowly proceeds up that staircase.
Surprisingly, you don't come across any encounter as you make your way to the first floor.
Takes out the lens and Arsene would know where exactly the exit would be, so he looks in that general
How the
direction
fuck
of
would
looking at.
Arsene know where the exit is? Remind me.
It's because he entered the building. Wouldn't he remember where the exit would be?
Well, you're gonna leave the same way you came in, with the building and lockdown.
Okay, fine. Scrap the idea. I'm going off to the top floor then.
I just like you to think 2 or 3 seconds before you open your mouth. You might come up with a plan that doesn't involve Arsene just walking into the front with everyone going to like look at him like, "Oh, so hey, where were you, Mr. Officer?"
Yeah, so like, before he was going to commit to that, it's like, oh, why? Probably a bad idea. And Arsene's new plan is get to the rooftop and try to scan out an object that he can use that's somewhat near down the base floor and just teleport with it to get the fuck away from.
Okay. Well, let's go with the idea. The best approach is to stay in the elevator and just take it to the roof.
I mean, staircase.
Word of the day: spatial awareness. Funny Animosphere moment when.
Taking the stairs. Oh, this is good for my audio.
Stair 69. How many fucking floors? No, but you race up the flight of staircases. You spend about 20 minutes going up from the basement floor all the way up to the 4th floor to get up to the final staircase that leads to the rooftop. It is currently locked.
I need to cut back on eating for a while. Takes out private eye. See like the inner mechanisms of the fucking lock.
Yeah, you can see it perfectly.
Okay. Takes out one. What was through his junk?
No, you have no junk.
Gotcha. Takes out the pistol. Gonna strategically do this quietly. You know, like pistol, gun button. Hitting it with the butt of the gun. Because he's not gonna shoot the gun off, obviously.
So you're gonna bunt.
Well, with what I'm okay,
So
what I'm
so
thinking,
the door is a bar push, and the bar push is locked.
oh. Fuck. Unclips the gun, takes out takes a pistol, a bullet out of the magazine,
Yeah.
uses private eye, spends an 8p to take out a mechanism within the push bar to unlock it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the whole pistol dilemma from begin with. So remember how you swap the pistol with the lock? If I swap the bullet with the mechanism, now you just have a mechanism that's stuck in the spot where the lock was.
I can't do that.
Not exactly, no.
Do I have anything on me that would not cause a malfunction like that? I don't know, like maybe a small bendy straw or
A small bendy straw.
Fucking off. It's honest. You know the piece that's on the tip of everyone's shoe? Fucking whip that off.
An anklet.
Oh
Thank
my
you, the
god.
anklet. Takes the anklet off.
What? Then I knew that.
I'm not surprised at that. Just at Danny's desperation and that you're failing to understand the bigger picture here. It doesn't matter what you shove into the lock. You're just going to lock it up with whatever you replace it with.
An anklet isn't going to be as hard as to fucking push with my force to open the door. Because it's going to be like plastic and snapping in half. It also is smaller than the object, most likely, than what I'm replacing that kept it locked in the first place.
Door stuck.
Well, I'm sorry if I feel a bit, if you think I'm a bit desperate. If I go downstairs again, they're going to ask, hey, what the fuck is an officer doing here?
So I
If I go to the...
just need you to take both anklets off of you then. Basically meaning that you're disarmed as much as I can get you. You managed to remove, you spent about 15 minutes removing and then applying said anklets. So you gathered 4 of them and replaced 4 of the major mechanisms that you can spot. Spending about the 15 minutes to finally push the door open, holding the lock pieces, and then the door just breaks, the bar breaks, and then the door itself just swings open. You are revealed into the rooftop. There's a helicopter pad.
Okay. There's a helicopter here?
There is no helicopter currently, but there's a helicopter pad.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there was a helicopter there. I was like,
No, it's the rooftop and there's a pad for it, yes.
gotcha. That's what I... Okay, so Arsene gets on, crouches down, slowly makes his way towards an edge of the building to try to peek over to see where the most officers are located at.
Which edge of the building? You have the back, which would be the south, where you didn't enter. Well, you can't even really tell, so you're just gonna have to take a random guess, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're gonna walk over to what? North? No, not north. Ahead of you, to the left of you, to the right of you, or behind you?
Ahead of me.
Okay. Roll a 1d10 for me. This is an event dice.
Dun 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 dun. No 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 no.
Bum. Anyway,
Yes, I'll make that out.
So, you manage to walk over to one of the edges, and you spot that you're looking over a small alleyway that connects to another building across you that you can escape on.
I actually got scared for a second. I was gonna get caught. Well. Okay.
Okay.
Should I just try to get myself to the alleyway? Or should I just stop building hopping up until I can get to a point where I can safely get down?
It's probably the smarter bet.
Yeah, I only have 5 AP left anyways.
The distance is a little too far for either your Anima going down or up across.
Even if I switch to second form?
You'll have to make a dexterity check, because going across, you don't make it all the way, and you have to reach out to grab a ledge. And vice versa for the ground. You'll hit it harder if you go down.
Let's see. I either hit the ground hard or make an attempt to grab at something to avoid hitting the ground hard.
Yes.
There's a possibility that I'll still hit the ground hard.
Yes.
Or even harder.
Yes. We have a chance for going across, a more sneaky escape, but you have the chance of falling. You also have the chance of taking fall damage if you were just to go down. by just virtue of like using your anima and trying to get to the ground with nothing else helping you.
So I'm just going to try to go across. It's
Okay.
dexterity check, right?
If you're gonna use your anima, use 2 AP.
Yeah, I already used the 2 AP.
Yeah, so you basically start running head start, you run backwards, you run forward, you put all that muscle in, and you jump across the ledge. As you jump the threshold, you feel Wayward Sun grabbing you by its mechanical feet and trying to lift you as far as it can take you using 2 AP. And as it gets basically as close as it could, it just ends up fading. Roll a dexterity check.
A 9.
You narrowly grab the top of the roof. Just narrowly. As you pull yourself up, Arsene, you're safe.
So Arsene would before he does anything like start floating or anything, he makes his way to the opposite side of the building that he's on, and then starts to laugh a bit. Oh, holy shit!
Hey, yo, I hear you.
BMR better be fucking worth every single headache I went through today.
It is currently 140.
Taking a bit of a griever for myself. So
You suffer exhaustion. You suffer exhaustion. Choose one of your dice stats to lower one entire stat.
Strength.
Yep, lower your strength die by 1 for now. And for every 4 hours you go without sleeping, you gain another exhaustion. Till all your stats are exhausted. If all stats are exhausted, then you go into dire state, where you just pass out where you stand.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna get the fuck back to Caribbean. Or at least pretend to be a homeless man again and sleep. Okay.
You do have a better place in Caribbean, and it benefits you more when you woke up.
Yeah, I know, but first things first, Arsene needs to get the fuck out of here.
We ad-libbed that, without using more of your powers, you find the fire escape can help you down from this ladder over here, and you sneak off into the crowd by stealing the appearance of an elderly woman. You look like you look like an older Barbara Streisand.
Oh no.
And that's your third use for this day too.
What was that chick's name? Bobble Thrasher? I can't remember her name. Evie knows.
Margaret Thatcher?
There you go. The younger Margaret Thatcher.
No, Thatcher. No, like an older Margaret Thatcher. Thatcher.
Everyone hates Lance in the UK now. Oh, no, sorry, not Lance. Arsene in the UK now. This disguise.
I will not eat one morsel of food until Margaret Thatcher is dead and buried.
Margaret Thatcher died today.
Damn it.
I love that.
Wave 2.
So yeah.
Oh, I'm on my... I only have 540 gold in my pocket. Arsene takes out that weird-looking gold coin and decides to flip it to see if he can double his amount.
Call. Heads, tails.
Heads.
Go ahead. Roll a 1d10. It flips into the air. Ping! You learn the inverse effect. You find there's no gold coins in your pocket anymore.
I know the entirety of this thing's affecting effects.
80%. 80% of it.
80%.
Yep.
Okay, I learned that if I called out the white thing, I get money. If I don't, I lose all my money. I double my money, and I lose all my money.
You passively double the money you gain.
Now I'm losing every. Also, just walking like, damn, I gotta get that fucking effect again. Flips the coin, try to get the positive effect.
Okay, call heads or tails.
Tails.
Go ahead. Roll a 1d10. Heads.
Oh, you're just fucking with me at this point on.
Nope. You're rolling them.
Yeah. He's walking, by the way, doing this. Oh, shit, I forgot to
Statistically
call.
speaking, yeah, you have to call it. So statistically speaking, I could just have you walk the entire time and cause you to get another exhaustion point. Because theoretically speaking, you could just only flip tails always flip tails constantly to what you want. Or we can roll. And trust that I'm doing what I'm doing right.
Yeah, I trust what you're doing. You're doing this right.
Each time you flip so 5 flips is 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Heads. This one's gonna be heads.
Tails.
Tails.
The coin lands on its middle side. No call.
No, I get like a what? Heads.
When you flip this one, it lands on heads. How much AP do you have?
I have 3 remaining.
You have 1 now.
Did I figure out the rest of the thing's powers?
Nope. Just that you suddenly lost AP as the coin hits the ground and a gold point appears.
Okay. What I can get. Will I pass out if I try to make it all the way back to Caribbean?
You can, yes.
Will I pass out by the time I get to Caribbean?
You can, yes. You will have to make a test for that.
Arsene decides that the best course of action is to find a small, dingy alleyway, throw large amount of trash on himself, essentially looking like Wooly every time he starts to stream up, and the more just out of drunk Kyle the morning.
You go hobo option and sleep on the street. You gain another point of exhaustion. Choose another stat to go lower. You do not recover your exhaustion, but you do recover your AP. So what's the other stat you're dropping?
Charisma.
Okay. After the 8 hours, you wake up in a very terrible angle.
Awesome.
The time is now
Right.
7 a.m.
Just begins to hump it.
You also only gained half of your HP back.
Huh?
Did you lose any HP?
No, I didn't lose any HP. I had temporary HP.
Okay.
Okay, Arsene now making his walk back to Caribbean.
Yeah, it'll take you 2 hours.
2 hours later.
As you continue your walk through, I like to remind the audience that arson is the reason why regulations are happening. And that we're sponsored by Ray Shadow Legend.
No, he's an enemy of Cobra.
I mean, I figured he was going to be an enemy of Cobra anyways, because he's going to be taking the... Okay, what's this thing called? Summerless.
Well, he doesn't have to keep it. The oath doesn't say anything about holding it for a bit. But if he tries to keep it, then he has to go into the forever box.
Well, the thing is, I stole it, my property. You want to go for it? Do the Arsene and steal it back.
Ooh. Danny, that's a very That's some very poor words from the man who can dominate Anima. But you know, c'est la vie. You remember that part I told you, by the way, 2 or 3 seconds before you talked would have helped you there too. Okay, you return back to what part of Caribbean? Because you're a Caribbean main.
West Caribbean, that's the closest to the market district there is.
No, West Caribbean is the casino areas.
Oh, what Caribbean I stop at?
Yeah, where are you going?
I guess North Caribbean to go talk to Tommy.
Very good. You make your way up to the North District to talk to Tommy. After your trip, tired and exhausted, his boys look at you as you make it over to where you found Tommy originally. You don't see Tommy, but they let you into Tommy's building. And you see that Tommy's got his own room. It's like a barracks, essentially, but like it's like an exaggerated, like Slumdog Millionaire kind of setup. He's got a very nice desk in his room too, where he does business, and he has his bed, which is like a love couch or stuff. Ah, Arsene, what you got for me today?
He takes out private
Oh God, you smell like shit.
He ignores him. Puts on private eyes.
Ignore me.
He looks directly at Tommy with private eye on. I got the relic. What information am I getting out of him?
When you look at Tommy, you get that Tommy is 31. He has 30 HP. Defense natural is 10. Strength is 10. Intelligence is 6. Charisma is a 8. What other information? Like, you look for that moment, and he looks at you. Ah, you got the relic. All right, we'll hand it over.
Does he have an anima?
No, Tommy has no anima.
Okay, so like before Arsene gives it to him, one thing he wants to figure out: would the eye be able to tell him why the fuck does he want this thing so badly?
Nope, can't tell intentions. You can learn literally details of whatever you look at.
But he seems very desperate for it.
That's as far you can make an intelligence check if you want to try to like weasel it out in conversation.
Do I get an advantage because I'm using the eye?
No. The eye can't tell you intent. It can only tell you detail.
Okay. That's 7.
7. Lay me some dialogue. Try to work it out, speaking it.
Yeah, I got you the honor. But I'm a bit curious of why would someone like you want this thing in the first place?
Well, seeing how I'm not an anima user, really, it's for self-defense. And he seems genuine enough about it.
Before he gives it up, I know this, like, I should just give it up right now. Like, Arsene wants to get one information up. Can I, like, glean some kind of blackmail on him? Because, like, I got random trivia when I looked at the police officer. Like, did he commit a crime, like killing someone or something? That's what I'm saying.
Well, he's not letting you look at him any longer. He's like keeping away from your gaze as you try to keep it on him because he doesn't want you to use it on him. Hey, put it down.
Buck takes it off. What was on you?
Yeah, so hand it on over.
I want you to repeat the ordeal real quick before I give it to you.
Relax, I have it in paperwork too, Mr. Arsene. I'm a professional, unlike some of us in this room. We heard the bloodbath. I didn't want a bloodbath to link me back But a deal's a deal. Next time I guess I hire a thief, I have to say disclosure. God, what you did to those fuckers. He pushes over the document. You can read it, but it's legal paperwork stating that in exchange for the artifact, Private Eye, you get BMR service to help you for an entire day.
Austin just takes the pen and signs it up. Glares at him. I made sure that no one knew it was me. No one can tie this up to you because of this. Only way they tie it up is that you plainly walk around with stolen fucking evidence, like the peacock you think you are. Hands it to him in his prize hand.
I'll take the advice from the jackass who shoots up a police station.
Takes out his gun and points it right under his chin. You
were surrounded by people. You were surrounded by his thugs who also arm and draw a bead on you. You don't have enough reaction, and not enough goddamn AP in the world to get out of the crosshair.
You try to get out of a police station when everyone's breathing down your neck. When you're in that scenario and you can do it without bloodshed, then please teach me how you did it, pacifist.
Look, I'm just saying. Look, Arsene, Mr. Arsene, I'm just saying. If you're gonna call yourself a thief, there's a distinction between thief and assassin. You just mugged the station, as far as I am concerned. You may want to think of changing your job title.
I got the damn thing. Doesn't matter how I got it. If you want to cry me a wivel upstream,
and I am
so scared about anima users, then why don't you do us all a favor and vote for the registration?
I have. It's right here. He points a badge. I voted for, what's it called? He voted for a proposition. Take this notes. Take this down, guys. Proposition 80085. No. Proposition 30. Proposition 31. That is the one that is the registration acts essentially to help better protect the citizen against the unseen anima threat.
So what? Whatever. Give the handgun. Throws the handgun to one of the thugs. Not trying to.
Yeah, you throw it at them. They don't take it, and it drops to the ground.
Exactly. You just whatever. Fucking.
Do you have anything else you want to buy? You want to buy from me, Mr. Arsene?
Oh yeah, those sniper units. Give it to me. How much?
I'm willing to contract you that 3-man squad for 10,000.
I thought it was 5-man squad for 10,000.
I dropped it because of specialist.
Except the rare artifact he stole. Will this cover it?
That it would. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Arsene. My men will be ready. My men will be ready for tomorrow morning.
Oh, and hey, why don't you just be a good Samaritan and tell them they might be going to a bloodbath, since you're making a big deal about it.
I'll have them load with armor-piercing rounds. How about that?
Oh, make sure to tell them to bring grenades. Walks out.
Oh, they're gonna flash and they'll bang. Wait, arson and theft? So yeah, you need to. So the time is now after that interview, that meeting or whatnot. The time is now 1:20. Your stomach is growling. You haven't ate for 2 days.
Yeah, Austin's gonna make his way back to the Baron's place and politely ask for food, like, please, have something to eat.
Please feed me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. You make your way back to the East District, which takes you up to 140, and you make your way into the Baron's establishment. You find yourself into the large area cafeteria, which doubles up as the party lounge area. You luckily find that the cafeteria is running some sort of now it's running its lunch options. So some pre-made sandwiches, some soup, and salads and all.
Soup, sandwich, lettuce, soup, sandwich, salad combo.
You acquire all 3 items and find yourself a dainty little corner table. It's a marble kind of table that juts out from the ground, and it has this, again, Beetlejuice kind of look to it. So does the chair.
So be this thing, Arsene speaks this in German, and thank you for the meal in German.
Translators know. Arsene goes to town on the food. Each bite is an immaculate flavor, a dance of flavor across your jowls. Something you've never tasted before. You will find it hard to eat other type of food again after this meal.
Well, for Algernon, my taste buds.
Yep. Now, taking the time with your meal will take you to 2:30.
Yeah, I'm super exhausted. I'm just gonna take a shower and sleep, and then plan out for the rest of the events.
Okay. You gonna turn it in?
Yeah. Super exhausted.
All right. With that, Arsene, you make way back up to your personal area. You shower, and the shower given to you, and reside into the bed. You find yourself pretty easy to fall asleep despite sleeping in the alleyway, because this bed is so much fucking better. And you easily find yourself... Huh?
I was gonna say, that's weird. The garbage feels much more soft before it passes out.
You easily pass out for another 8 hours, waking up around 9:12.
Okay. Time to get to work.
It is your mission begins at 10. Not 10 in the afternoon, 10 tomorrow in the morning.
It is the morning.
No.
It is the
No. 1 you were in bed at your mission, your whole thing began on Monday evening to Tuesday morning. You just slept you slept in the alleyway from Monday evening to Tuesday morning. And then you made from Tuesday morning to walk over to Caribbean to Tuesday afternoon. You now fell asleep Tuesday afternoon and woke up Tuesday afternoon. Still to Tuesday evening, because it's now 9:12 p.m. You sleep for 8 hours.
Alright then. I guess Arsene was spending up until 12:30 to diligently work on a plan. Intelligence checks and all.
Hold on. In this form of working out a plan, I invite the other players to join in since you guys are here, and because you guys are here. If you have any ideas how Arsene can essentially tackle the issue he's dealing with. Arsene, you want to give them the 411?
Oh, yes.
So
I'm all ears.
Players,
No, please, go on.
You're not in character. Your character won't learn this, but you, as the player, can figure out what's going on. Go ahead.
Alright, so here's the 401. Arsene needs to make his way to a building that's parked into itself in a small little alleyway adjacent with 2 buildings on it.
I'll pull up the diagram so people make sure they know what they're looking at. Because apparently, that was too hard to understand when I was talking about it.
Not unusual that Lance...
Might as well be. Go ahead.
So, Animo usual in the middle of the alleyway. The only thing I know about him or it or they...
I appreciate they pronouns. Because you don't know their pronouns.
Zeno, pizza, deal.
You done?
So, coffee.
Cool.
In this alley, this spot right here, which I'm pinging, is where the that bastard attacked me. Over here is where the sniper shot at me. I don't know if the sniper was an anima user, but the user right here on this alleyway, used AP2 on me. How do I know it's AP2? I have a relic on me that allows me to negate AP1 abilities. I have a 3-man sniper squad and bad mood riser. So, as much as the idea of going in quietly, the real idea I have is have the 3-man sniper squad be posted on hang on. The 3-man sniper squad be posted around here to keep an eye out on this building adjacent to it. Me and I would go back into the alleyway, but by myself, and the moment I utter a cold war, BRM comes out from behind, uses his anima, to take away the stand, the anima uses power, they give it to me. So we do the flip-flop. Force out the information, knock him out, and try to proceed forward very quietly, trying to make violence as a last-ditch effort for this operation, considering the heat that's on Arsene right now.
No, it's just building. Don't you worry. You got a pyre, and I'm just willing to put more wood on top of it. We got it going. So you're essentially the idea, as far as I can break it down, is squad up with the 3 snipers to keep an eye out for the other guy. Have them keep the other guy pinned from the building, and then while you and BMR handle the anima user as a frontal assault.
Yes, but I'm not going to kill the anima user. I'm going to try to freak out all the information.
Yo, Game Knight, clip this.
Alright, I'm just going to knock him out.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Fair, killing is a form of knocking out.
To be fair, Myron.
To be fair, Myron, thievery is a form of possession.
Oh shit. Well, that's big talk coming from a character who doesn't have a transformation form.
Well, then it's like the problem is I don't know what's in the building or how many anima users are in now, and then there was Gregor himself that's in the building.
How do you pronounce his name?
Gregory?
Gregor.
What?
Gregor.
G-O-R. Gregor.
Yeah,
Gregor.
just like, no, I called him Murdoch.
Well, it's not a counter talking anyway. It's like in Arsene's mind is he's just scribbling down on a piece of paper trying to figure out how to
Yeah. We're all always seeing and talking about it, but he's writing it down, trying to put 2 and 2 together. You got time for it, so I'm shooting the shit, and I'll let you know when it's 12. But for now, I mean, it sounds like a solid idea, and I am not going to be adding ideas here. I think I've added plenty enough to get you out of the police station.
Yeah, so like up here is, well, the main building is, right?
Yes. This is the main building. Right here, chat. Shit. This is the main building. This is a street that leads back into a main street. Because there are buildings in the main street area as you go coming to this area. Remember, you escaped into the main street before.
Right.
I'm just going to point. I'm not going to give you suggestions. I'm just going to point out shit that you should pay attention to everything on that map of it.
On the other side,
Do you have? Wait, hold on. Before, yeah. There is the vehicle depot. Yep. Hey, Chaos, do you have any suggestions?
No, I'm hunting a Chameleos. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I need to get end on that shit. My Monster Hunter's still up. I'm
I
beginning.
have a suggestion.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Are you familiar with the artist Kurt Cobain? Did you already get rid of the mirror?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Kurt Cobain?
And it's just really, it's crazy how I didn't even realize how synergistic that anima was, that fucking relic was going to be for you until you started using it. I was like, oh wow, that opened up a lot of possibilities. If he could not blind himself with all the information. Okay, Mr. Arsene, what weapons do you have on you? What's your equipment? What's your loadout?
Before he even recites his loadout, he face palms himself, forgetting that he had 2 anima spears on him.
Seems like a bad case of should have looked at his inventory. Diagnosis, you.
I have 2 medkits, 2 anima spears, a relic that allows me to negate a single AP 1 ability.
There it is!
And
The funny anima sphere mode. Oh my god, Game Night called it. He said literally after good old Lanzac magic, and then Game Night hours later goes, yo, right there, right there.
I got caught in the heat of the moment. I forgot I had my inventory for a second. Austin looks at the picture of Gregor Moore.
Holy shit! No, you just take a look at the person, the owner of the relic artifact. Let's just leave it at that. You don't know his name anyway.
Okay, fine. The owner of the relic looks at the picture.
Artifact. Holy shit!
Artifact. The guy who owns the artifact. I could do is pretend to be him to get back inside the building. Oh, that's stupid. Why would he go through the fucking ammo? The fucking vehicle depot.
But it's not a bad idea to That's a good train of thought. Hold on, no. You're on a right track of thought. Maybe not Gregor, maybe not the owner, but what about? I don't know. You flip through the other pictures you have. This guy wearing the hat, or this guy who's all in gold for some reason. Maybe that's a good idea.
Wait, hold on.
Try identity theft. That's a good trick.
How about Cold Brew? How about the anima who attacked you? How about that? How about you?
Austin kind of looks.
Arsene, you have no. I was gonna say you have no idea of their connection. You, the player, do. But Arsene's just looking at them like, yeah, they were there. You know that this guy, both these individuals, assumedly own the artifacts. Both there seems to be multiple of them too. You saw the picture of this man holding the artifact, yeah.
The one who's holding it is the one that's covered in gold. So Austin's like, what if I trick the owner thinking that I'm him trying to return back the artifact? At the moment I'm in the building and he shows me the artifact, I steal it and won like hell.
I didn't think that. Is it a joke, Arsene? I mean, now you guys are getting prissy about it. He was doing it literally all over the place, and you guys were clapping along as he was turning fucking police officers into furniture.
Look, that's fine. You bring Edmund and Myron into this.
Oh, it only bothers you when he's furniture guys. I named those officers.
Also, Arsene did look like Edmund when he was running away.
Oh no. Running away from where? Because I need to know this for like my notes.
No, he's fucking with you. He did not do that. He took some random.
Yes, I did.
No, you took some random appearance when you were leaving the police station after everything was said and done.
No, not the police station. When I was running away from the compound, I took out the photo, and it was Edmund, and he looked like Edmund and ran away
God damn
from
it.
the compound.
You weren't even close enough to the compound. You got attacked. You ran off, and then you took Edmund's appearance to continue fleeing. You never got close to the building.
Oh hell.
Yeah, the whole point of you doing the side quest was for you to get the help to get closer to the building. Remember, Danny?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, so you never made it to the compound. You ran off into the market district and then turned into Edmund. No, sorry. There is no district where you ran from because this area is an undisclosed location. You don't know where this is, Edmund. No one would know who the fuck you are, and there's no real ability for them to connect it. All that your player, like, for you guys, the players, for you guys to understand where this location is, I've marked it as a convenient blue square. Hold on. Okay, and I will zoom in so you guys get a better look at it. Okay, it is marked as that blue square, but that is not where it is specifically. The idea is that it's somewhere in this area, and Arsene was able to deduce where it was through a picture and through stumbling through with it and talking to people around the area. So, these people here, Edmund, don't know you and wouldn't have any ability to connect you back to the Stomping
I thought
Stallion.
he did it in Caribbean.
No. I was clarifying it for you, don't worry. Yeah, this facility is not in Caribbean.
It's in North.
Yep, I showed on stream.
I know you did. But I was utterly stating. So I have.
That's a good idea, though. The disguise one. The enemy, my enemy is my ally? Question mark. Plan. So you have the front assault. You have the enemy, my enemy is my ally. You can even have BMR and the sniper team come in and reinforce you if it all blows over. You could even use BMR as a way to be like, hey, so I heard that you needed, like, as a mercenary, I heard that you needed some help or whatever. So a way to sell the story. Any other ideas? Maybe a vehicle to procure?
Well, last time I tried to procure something, they laughed at me and said, fuck off. I tried to get a replacement for my body armor.
No, I'm talking about a car. Robbing someone from a car.
Would they even provide a car for use? At this point of ban.
No. You know the cost of the cost of gas these days in Spiral City? They're really low, but no, still.
Well, I would need a steel van.
You could, yes. You had the time for it. Preferably try not to boost it in Caribbean.
Of course not. I'll just steal it from this unknown district. Who are they going to report it to?
The police?
Who are they gonna call their mom?
What are they gonna do? Counter my draw?
What are they gonna do? Pound my ass?
Yes.
Whoa, no, wait. Anyway, Arsene, so you have an idea how to procure a vehicle. Anything else you should consider? Mallow, skate plan.
Well, I need a vehicle to make an escape with. Well,
What if the Anima users take out your escape vehicle?
What do you take them out before they do that? The boss plan was to neutralize that weird anima that's on the alleyway. Take him away from the alleyway and demand him to give us information about what's inside the facility, and then knock him out. Kill him.
It's about 11:45. Do you think you need any other details to cover up?
I mean, there was a sniper that's over there on the other side. That's the wheel. I don't even know if he's going to be on that side. That's the worst part.
I love game night, jeez. See, I need to get game night a character sheet.
He's been very sassy today.
It's perfect. We shall conclude the series of roleplay with you preparing yourself for this assault. So, it is now 12 p.m. coming into the night. You're not exactly tired, so what would you want to do?
And Arsene,
You can research. You can research. You can look into the news. You can do a lot of things.
I guess he would try to research into the location. See if there might be like an alternative way to stop the scene.
Spend an hour and make an intelligence check.
Junction?
No. Actually, yes, you can. But you have a severe dismodifier. You're not a native, and you have no maps of the area. Arsene's working strictly off of his memory.
Oh no. There might be someone who's watching me right now in my own room, seeing me use my anima.
He turns directly to look at the camera.
Hey Edmund, check this out. If I focus really hard on the Silmaril.
And you reveal right now as soon as Arsene turns, he looks right at you, Myron.
Oh look, I'm getting perception.
His brain.
Oh, I thought I looked like a bundle of sticks, but I guess not.
Woo! So, what's going on here, Danny?
Junction for intelligence and range.
And you rolled a 17. Wow. Yeah, no, still not a pass.
Damn.
No, it's a severe dismodifier. He has no map, he has no bitches.
I thought I was an edgelord, but I guess,
You come up
Are
with...
you being serious about this, or...?
Oh, I mean, it was just to fuck around, but I mean, my lore powers, I mean, as long as you were feeding it the AP.
I prefer it to be fuck around.
Yeah, okay. If it's just to fuck around, then sure, of course. But, like, if you literally want to, my lore, like what we established, yeah, but you'd have to pay the AP.
Oh, good.
And it's a one-way call, too. So, he can hear you, and you can't hear him respond.
What the deuce?
What the deuce?
What the hell is an annual family?
An edgelord on weed maps? Weed maps is terrible. I hate that. I dislike that, Edmund. 5 points deducted from 50 points deducted from from the Solitary Stallion.
wait, what?
50 points.
Fire Knights.
I didn't say anything.
No, I swear you had the joke earlier. I caught on to it.
I said I thought I was an edgelord.
Oh, then it was Myron who said something more. Someone added on to it, and it just led me to a train of thought. Anyway.
No, I was looking at monster weaknesses.
Ah. Yeah, you gotta get your hull open. I'll hop in.
It is.
Ah. I shall play the game. Alright, what's that name?
Awesome.
Arsene. You essentially you have an idea of a plan. I mean, a solid one at that. You cannot repeat the attempt. Failing it once is just no. You will not be able to pass it later. That you couldn't find another way to sneak in. It seems like the only way in is through that one entrance. Because trying to flank around the back buildings are other businesses, and that's just more hassle for you to get through them first, then to the back of the building. And who knows what kind of security is behind behind the building that you can't even see yet. There's a lot more unknowns to deal with trying to flank and trying to go from the back, especially as you don't have a lot of time. Only a single day with BMR too.
Yeah, and I did get BMR with the sake of getting that anima user. So I guess the best idea is to deploy a semi-frontal assault where we take away the anima user and interrogate him with the information we need. I could also sneak in by pretending to be one of the two individuals in these pictures, pretending to be them. Well, I could pretend to be the guy in the hat, pretending to be a mercenary, trying to get more pretend to sell my services off, then sneak my way people inside to find the artifact. Or I could pretend to be the other guy in the gold, thinking that he would be trying to make an arrangement to, I don't know, since they both have artifacts. I could try to make a fake alliance with them to properly secure them. Yeah. I would need a second one to prove it. I don't have it.
Truthfully, Arsene realizes as he's concluding his plans, he just really needs to get inside. If he managed to break himself into the building, like the police station, he could probably navigate this building, just as long as there's not more than one or two anima users that can attack him at once. Maybe the owner is an anima user too? Shrugs. That's going to be another step that Arsene's going to have to take. But the first step is to have to break through this courtyard. He has to figure out a way to get through that anima user in the street.
Honestly, the only way I can do it is by once again walking through there, and then have BMR walk by. The moment I get assaulted by the anima user, have BMR come in and use his own powers to walk up. And then I perform the anima ability on this jackass, and from there we interrogate him.
Alright.
Again, like you said, I don't know how many anima users on here.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I'm not interested in making
go dungeon.
No, you're good, bro. Take your time to smoke. We're gonna leave you off there.